Night Football getting that big game treatment in Regina tonight as first place teams are set to battle at Mosaic. It's the second and final meeting of the season between the Alouettes and the Riders. Montreal winning the first one, and they've won 3 in a row coming into tonight. The Riders have just 1 win in their last 5, but they get QB1 back this evening.
Yes, they do. He is back. Trevor Harris went down in week 3 after a great start to the season. In fact, in his first 2 games, he threw for almost 700 yards. The Riders started 3-0. He is back after missing 6 starts and is 6-2 as the Riders starting quarterback. Cody Fajardo makes his return to Regina, but not as the starter tonight. His hamstring is close, and he will back up Davis Alexander out of Portland State. Alexander was number 3 on the depth chart just 3 weeks ago, but he's led the Owls to 3 straight wins and is 2-0 as the starter.
Everybody in the league is looking way up in the standings at Jason Moss and that 81 record. Perfect on the road so far this season. That's very impressive. 4-0. Corey Mace on the other side. 3-1 at home, as I mentioned, in their last 5. 1-3-1. Yes, the tie, of course, that they're coming in off last week. These 2 teams played in week 8. Riders had a lead, let it slip, lost 20-16 in Montreal. Tonight, we do it here in Regina, and we are underway at Mosaic. Mario Alford takes it on the far side, finds a little bit of space, and a nice return just shy of the 45.
Well, Trevor Harris is 3-0 officially as the starter in Saskatchewan this year. That's when he went down in that Toronto game or in Hamilton, and then the Toronto game was Shea Patterson's from then out. He's completed 72% of his passes, has missed 70% of his possible start opportunities here in Saskatchewan through some bad luck in the last 2 years straight. But he's back in the lineup, feeling good and ready to go.
8-4 in his career against the Alouettes. A.J. Ouellette also back in the line, takes the handoff outside to Picton. And Picton will hang on to that ball as the Alouettes try to slide in and strip it away.
And it's good timing if you're a Rider fan to see the veteran QB1 back in the lineup because of the defense he's facing in Montreal. They give you all kinds of looks. They've been one of the top defenses in the league. One of the reasons they're 8-1 on the season and haven't lost on the road. That defense gives you a lot of looks. But Trevor Harris has seen a little bit of everything throughout his career. He's ready.
They need 2 more yards here. And they'll give it to A.J. Ouellette. He's got 2, and he's got some more. Down just inside the 45, and a nice start for the 2 guys who've returned to the lineup. He's been out for 3 weeks.
Yes, he has, and in fact, I would suggest he wasn't completely healthy from the very beginning of the season, but he is now. And a balanced attack, as Matt Dunnigan talked about in the pregame show, so important against this style of defense. They run a lot of show blitz. They line the line of scrimmage, fill it up, and then drop out of there. And A.J. Ouellette in a good running game can really help this Rider offense.
They work for the Montreal 44. Flags on the play here. Harris over the middle, has a completion down inside the 25.
Oh, and then there's the accuracy. I mentioned the completion percentage, right? And this is Trevor Harris.
Montreal number 5. That penalty's decline. Result of the plays at first down.
See how tight that window was that he just fit the ball in? That's Beverett, one of the best defensive, if not the best defensive player in the league. He was on the inside, and Wesley Sutton, the DB, on the outside, and he just fit it right in there nicely.
Dante Myers picks up where he left off last week. 101 yards and 8 catches in his debut in the Canadian Football League. Riders marching 3 plays, and they're down to the Montreal 22. Back to Ouellette, trying to find some space. Nowhere to go. Beverett wraps him up.
Next man up's been the key for the O-line of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. At right tackle, Jamarcus Hardrick started. Jacob Brammer played. Brandon Council played. And now it's Logan Furlan's 2nd straight game. He bumps up from guard. Nick Jones is a rookie, plays his 2nd game. Zach Fry plays his 2nd game at the other guard. All kinds of changes. And there's Ouellette back in the lineup after missing a couple of games.
3 touchdowns now over 400 yards in the season. In his first year with the Riders, A.J. Alouette. 2nd and 10. Harris tried to dump it off to his running back, but he could not get there. Tackle was made, broken up. And the Riders drive down to the 22, but will end up having to settle for a Brett Lothar field goal attempt. He's at 78.6% on the season. But some big chunks.
Yeah, and you just saw a little bit of what Trevor Harris brings. Quick release, good accuracy. Very good opening drive for the Riders. Starting quarterback in his return.
30 yards for Lothar. That is up, and he blows it wide right. He misses from 30. And they'll have to settle for one. Lothar put it up. Put it right. Saskatchewan on the board first. Well, I think it's fair to say the Riders know all about Davis Alexander, don't they?
Well, this is when coaches tell you to be ready, be prepared, because you never know when your opportunity is going to come up. This is what they mean. He was number 3 weeks ago. Got into that game against Saskatchewan, started 12 for 12. Just slinging it, 3 touchdown drives, and has led the Owls to 3 straight wins. Is 2-0 as their starter. He took over for Caleb Evans in that Rider game.
The start on the ground. Roland Milligan was there to make the tackle.
Portland State product. Real nice completion percentage rate. But you look at that touchdown to interceptions. Most young quarterbacks struggle with that category, the TD to interception ratio. But 5-1 is excellent.
Oh, he settled in nicely. He got 3 yards to Fletcher. They'll need 7 more here for the Montreal 43. 4 options out to his wide side right here. That's where he looks first. Thought about it. Now on the run has a man. First down, Montreal. As he gets it to Nate Bahar, and he's got a first down for his first catch.
Excuse me. Here we go. Nate Bahar is that wideout, and he's in there for Tyson Philpott. We'll get to the starting lineups for Montreal in a second, but Nate Bahar we know well. Former Ottawa Red Black. Veteran receiver in the league. Play a lot of different spots.
Now from the 52. Takes the handoff, now tosses it ahead. Fletcher's got some blocking. He's tracked down from behind by Carney. But that's a first down for the Alouettes.
Justin Lawrence is going to help out up front, I think, with both guards on trying to control Micah Johnson, who's off to a great start to this campaign at 35 years old. So we'll get to Micah in a second. And Charleston Rambo, I mentioned Tyson Philpott out of the lineup. Rambo had a big game last week against Hamilton, over 100 yards and a couple of scores. They're going to really lean on him with Philpott out.
Rambo's got 4 touchdowns in his last 4 games. Pressure coming this time. Alexander throws it at the feet of his offensive line. And there's a flag out on the play. Was this intentional grounding?
Well, if the ball crosses the line of scrimmage, it doesn't have to have a receiver anywhere in the area, but if it's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, there has to be a receiver close by, or else it's intentional grounding.
Was Fletcher somewhere in the mix there with the O-line? Is that the discussion?
It looks like Davis Alexander may be making that argument.
It definitely was well behind the line of scrimmage.
There is no infraction for grounding. Montreal number 25 was 2 yards away from where the ball landed.
Fletcher was there. 2nd and 10. Crowd here already not liking the call. God, I love to see a fired up Mosaic 5.5 minutes into a football game. Alexander this time looks to his left. That's where he throws. And that is too high, looking for Charleston Rambo. But no chance he could make a play on that one. That'll be 3rd and 10.
What a game for Rambo. A rookie who would have worked a lot with Davis Alexander while they were going through camp. I mean, Alexander's been around a few years, but has been that backup guy running scout team and 3rd team, as I mentioned. So he would have worked with the rookie receivers a ton. And they had some chemistry last week.
Zima Annual stand and let this fly from that Mosaic logo. Throws it into the corner. And that one is going to be marked out. Up at the 23 and a flag because it's outside of the 20. So real nice field position coming down the pipe here for Trevor Harris, who looked good on his first game action in his career. Only man he's behind the former Rider, Cody Fajardo, who's on the sideline with Montreal tonight. Not a bad list. Look who's number 3 there, Steve.
Yeah, just, you know, that's pretty impressive when you're up in the 70s, and you know, that's all time. That's career in CFL history.
Trevor was 72.2% pre-injury this year. After the penalty and the kick, just a 14-yard net swing in field position. A.J. Alouette starts on the ground. And another pretty good first down pickup for the Riders with the run.
Yeah, you take a look at trying to find the key or the answer to this defense, because it is so strong. I mean, led up front by Mustafa Johnson, who leads their team in sacks. But they will give you a lot of show blitz, a lot of different looks. And they have maybe, arguably, the best defensive player in the game right now in Tyrese Beverette.
A 2nd and 5 for Harris. Montreal's going to bring some pressure. And that pressure ended up deflecting the pass, and it falls incomplete, directed towards Sean Bain.
Well, that's what we do. Like the panel talked about, we've got 2 outstanding defenses on the field here tonight. I mean, they are 1 and 2 in takeaways, and they just make plays. This is a halfback blitz from Wesley Sutton coming off the edge. Noel Thorpe will throw a lot of different looks at you. You're not sure who's blitzing, who's not.
Korjak called into duty here for the Riders. Good kick here. Backs. That's your up 54-yard kick. And he's hammered down just shy of the 30. Aubrey Miller lowering the boom that time. Montreal and Alexander about to get the ball back.
Is the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach of the team now, and Anthony Calvillo up in the spotters booth helping Davis Alexander execute the offense.
Offense begins here on their own 28. Dumps it off far side, pushing ahead his running back, and a pretty good pickup on first down against this Riders D.
Mentioned 35-year-old Micah Johnson. I think he's having another all-star season as we approach the midway point here. 1 quarterback sack versus Montreal a few weeks back, and leads the team with 5 so far in that front 4. They get Jameer Thurman back in the linebacking core. He missed their last game, and back in the secondary, it's 1 and 1-8 tonight. Tyrese Beverette for Montreal. Roland Milligan for Saskatchewan. 1 and 2, and you can make an argument either way for those two guys.
That's a debate that could go on for a long, long time. Milligan's numbers this year are ridiculous. He's got 6 interceptions, 10 knockdowns, on pace to set a record, 43 tackles, 13 special teams tackles. He's doing it all. He's literally doing it all at a high level.
And the interceptions and knockdowns lead the league, of course. Yeah, just wow. What a year.
Handed off to Fletcher. And Thurman meets him just beyond the line of scrimmage.
So Micah Johnson, I just mentioned at 35, having an all-star season. Jameer Thurman can make this tackle because of the play of the guy in front of him. Look at him take on 3 blocks. He takes on 3 guys. He eats up all those blocks, and Jameer Thurman says, thank you, none of them can block me now. I'm going to go make the tackle. That's what you want those interior D linemen to do. Eat up the blocks and let your linebacker straight to the play.
They need 8 more. Alexander pressured, wrapped up, and taken down. Johnson, Carney, both there for the Riders D.
So I mentioned off the top about Justin Lawrence and having to help. He's going to have to help on Micah Johnson tonight because of the season he's having. He's up there at that 3-point stance, coming out of the track stance. Here he comes now. He's going to work on the guard. He goes into the tackle. He's going to need some help from the center. You see Lawrence? He's too late to get there. Now he takes the outside angle here and is in the B gap, but it's tough to handle one-on-one.
Lima gets that way and again. That bounces at the 22. Alfred waits. Picks it up after a 48-yard kick and nowhere to go on that return. Trevor Harris is back. Good news for Riders fans, and Britt will have more on the return when we return.
Practicing with the starters, but it took until yesterday for Corey Mace to deem him the actual starting quarterback for this matchup, and he said that just came down to Trevor and his comfortability getting back into that role, and Trevor agreed. He said it took him till about day 2 this week to actually feel like he was back into the swing of things. I asked him, did you have this game circled on your calendar when you were initially placed on the 6-game injured list? And he said, Britt, I had about 3 games ago circled on the calendar, but the thing was, I had to be patient, and out of respect to my teammates, I had to make sure that I could be effective when I came back and keep myself safe.
He's a veteran guy who knows this offense. And this time he'll come to the head to Bain. Bain pushes through, and he's got a first down for the Riders.
Well, think about the start that the Riders got. I mean, they started 3-0 with Trevor as the starter, but they were averaging 33 points a game. And I mentioned off the top that Trevor, in the first 2 starts of the season against Edmonton and Hamilton.
Misconduct penalty. Unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalty. Montreal number 30. First down.
Nice Cosby.
Well, that's one. But he threw for almost 700 yards in those first 2 games, 395, something like that, or 695. And again, you know, recognition, completion percentage, and recognition of blitz. And a lot more blitz in the league in general this year.
Handoff to Alouette, nowhere to go. Wrapped up immediately. Berglund, among others. Take a look at this Montreal D.
Mustafa Johnson leads the group up front. He's got 5 quarterback sacks. That leads that group. We mentioned Tyrese Beverett. I just, again, he leads the CFL in defensive plays at 76. Number 2 is Roland Milligan. So we're watching 2 great ones here tonight. And then they've got the number 1 safety in the league in Marc-Antoine Ducroix, who missed the game because of a shoulder injury.
Riders drove the field on their first possession of the ball game had to settle for one after a missed field goal. Harris gets that away right near the first down marker. Myers went down and got it.
How about Dante Myers? How about playing your first game? This is start number 2. His first game was over there in Ottawa in the tie. Yeah, just putting 100 yards on the board. How about that? Simultaneous catch goes to the offense.
It's 3rd and inches. Patterson into the game. And he'll look to pick up a first down against this Montreal defense. They don't need much. Can he get just a little bit? Pushing ahead. It was rough, but he got it. First down, Riders.
Yeah, you're a rookie. You know, back in June, you're put on the practice roster waiting for your opportunity. Had a good preseason. Dante Myers had a couple big catches in that second preseason game against the Edmonton Elks. So that's why he made the practice roster. And you're waiting for your opportunity. Gets out there in Ottawa, gets it done. 8 catches, 101 yards, and that was on 9 targets. So they only missed him once when Shea Patterson was looking for him. And some tough catches, too.
He made some nice ones. Fits in nicely in this offense. Now they'll get it to Emilus. High stepping, broke the tackle, pushing it ahead, and he might have a first down. What an effort from Emilus.
Well, when you can make Darnell Sankey miss, you're getting it done. You're doing something. That's something, because this is the first guy that's going to scrape to this play is Darnell Sankey, and a little cut back inside on Sankey makes him miss and then gets up there near the marker. One of the best tackling linebackers in the league, and 49 defensive tackles coming in.
Harris. Another completion. Nowhere to go this time. Ento there to wrap up. Emilus, who looked for some space, but it did not exist.
Yeah, clearly right now the Riders' offensive strategy. You've seen a couple of those fly sweeps to receivers. Sean Bain ran one. Emilus just ran one. They're trying to get the Alouettes defensively to start thinking about the perimeters, maybe widening their stance and alignments up a little bit so that the middle can open up.
4 yards, Emilus on that first down pass. Alouettes will bring 5. They get it away. Picton held on, but he stopped about half a yard shy of a first down.
Oh, decision time for Corey Mace. There's the recognition and throw to Picton. Nice tackle immediately by Nafis Lyon.
So it's 3rd and inches. Harris will stay in this time.
Interesting.
Harris
trying to draw them offside.
Draw them offside here. Ooh.
A little bit of a lean there, but so Mace was playing for the field goal.
9-count violation. Saskatchewan number 7. 5-yard penalty. We'll have one more.
So Corey Mace basically there felt that it was too long to go for it on 3rd down. He was going to go for the field goal. Left Trevor Harris out there to try and draw Montreal offside, get the free first down with a 5-yard penalty. They kept their discipline, didn't jump offside, and that delay a game shouldn't matter for.
Do you think they would have been more likely to jump offside if Patterson was in there? They didn't actually think they were going to let Harris sneak it fresh back from an injury, right? And I don't think you were tricking anybody, I guess, is what I'm saying. Lothar, oh no! Now he misses it left. What is going on? Now it's going to be brought out. Letcher wrapped up. Brett Lothar, 2 very makeable field goals been missed here in the first quarter. That's the story. First one went right. This one to the left. 1-0 Riders. You can say has a lead after the first quarter.
Yeah, you know, when he looks sharp, you always wonder how you're going to come off injury, what it will look like. Does he see the field? I think, you know, the throws he's throwing in the right spot, and you can see the quick release and a lot of the accuracy there. But again, this is a #1 defense in the league. The Montreal Alouettes just don't give up a lot of points, and they'll take the ball from you as well. So, you know, I think stalling drives, basically Montreal bent a little bit. But the good news is for Rider fans, Trevor Harris looks like he's back physically. The starter is back in the lineup, and he's looked pretty good.
6 of 8, 62 yards for Harris. Davis Alexander starts this drive on his own 13 against a pretty good Riders defense as well. We'll start on the ground. A couple of tackles broken. Then Fletcher taken down. Auclair. Carney in on the tackle. Second and 6 here for Alouettes team that leads the league in second down percentage. 54.5, not bad. Great crowd, by the way, here at Mosaic on Friday night. 4 options out to his left. In trouble, trying to escape, and he will. On the run to his right, down the field, one-handed, but no. That would have been spectacular. But Reggie White couldn't haul it in.
When we talked to Davis Alexander this week, you know, I brought up what I think the name that I wanted to give him, that he's just a gamer. He's just a straight gamer. And I asked him, have you heard that before in your career at Portland State or anywhere in your journey? He says, actually, quite often.
Yeah. You
know, and you can see his ability to escape in the pocket, find some time, find a throwing lane. Missed on the deep ball there, but you get that feeling when he's out there. He's a gamer. He's out there making it happen, playing with a high level of effort.
Strong field position awaits, as does Mauro Alford. He'll wait and take this on his own 45. Alford, nowhere to go. Great tackle down the field. And Argu's there. And Trevor Harris.
He's in there, and when you have your veteran quarterback throwing for almost 700 yards in the first 2 games and coming from behind, the entire team is lifted. They believe. You got to believe in your starter. You got to believe in the guy that's playing. Now, hey, Shea Patterson, I thought evolved and played pretty well in his absence. Yep. He really did. He got better every game. Threw just shy of 300 in his last 2, but you know the fan base here and the team is happy to have their leader back.
Starting on their own 47, and they'll do it on the ground. A.J. Alouette up to midfield as he gets about 8 yards on that first down scamper.
Well, I'm really curious tonight to watch how this offensive line is going to react with all the changes. And, you know, Jack Fry playing in his second game at guard, number 67. He gets a nice block at A.J. Alouette there and allows him to get to that second level in Darnell Sankey. But, boy, tons of changes up front for that Saskatchewan O-line. Now, it'll help to have the quick release Trevor Harris behind them. They're going to have to communicate up front.
Alouette's got the first down, and once again, feasting up the middle against this Montreal defense. He's well over 30 yards on 6 carries.
You know, when you think about this Montreal team at 8-1, the one game they lost to Toronto. And Kadeem Carey that day had just shy of 100 yards rushing, but the team had well over 100 yards rushing in that game. When they played Saskatchewan a few weeks ago, Noel Thorpe's group gave up almost 100 yards to Frankie Hickson in the first half, and the Riders had a 13-0 lead at that time. Now, they made some adjustments. We're better in the second half against it, but maybe that's the magic formula.
Fake, the completion to Myers, and another first down for the Riders.
And this is what happens when you start to run the ball successfully. You take the attention of your linebackers on defense. See the attention they gave to A.J. Ouellette? All eyes were on him on that play action. You throw it right in behind him, and there's Dante Myers for the big catch.
From the Montreal 24, Harris down the field, drops it in there for Johnson inside the 5, and they'll move the chains again.
He's been coming on. Last couple of games, targeted almost 10 times, getting closer to that double-figure mark. 60 yards against Montreal, 72 yards against Edmonton. Keyshawn Johnson starting to become a bigger part of this Saskatchewan offense.
6 catches for those 72 yards. Harris now looking for the end zone from the Montreal 4. Hands it off. A.J. Ouellette runs into a wall. Nowhere to go. Mustafa Johnson gobbled him up.
Yeah, that's just a great effort. Mustafa Johnson is playing right in the middle of your screen. Number 94. Look at work his hands. Strong hands by defensive lineman, such an ally, and he just fought off a couple of blocks at the line of scrimmage, stepped in the backfield and said hello to A.J. Ouellette.
They'll try it again. Second down, Harris, end zone, broken up. Looking near side, but could not get one in there with Wesley Sutton defending, trying to find Keyshawn Johnson. Well, that was played well defensively.
It really was, because Sutton on this play could get in trouble with a PI. He's the halfback back here, and this is one of those ones where you're in behind the receiver and you got to try to go through him without getting the PI call. So just time your jump when the ball arrives, then you reach around to the tip. That's just superbly played by Wesley Sutton.
Chip shot for Lothar, and maybe that gets him back on track. After a couple of misses earlier, he strokes that one through, and the Riders are on top, 4-0. Take on the Tiger Cats, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, only on TSN. Big one for both clubs, as is this one here tonight. Edmonton looking for their first 3-game winning streak in years. Alexander held off the board thus far here at Mosaic. Pocket closes quickly. He jumps and dumps it off. Ball pops out, sitting there, and it's batted out of bounds. Rivas is saying it's the Riders. And it is Saskatchewan. The turnover.
First of all, it'll be automatically reviewed. But there has to be a call in the field first. So they were.
The field was Saskatchewan last touching the football. That will be their ball. Saskatchewan first down.
Clearly a fumble. Not down by contact. And C.J. Rivas, he was the one who got his hand on it before it went out. You just have to be the last to touch it. Got it out of bounds, and you get possession. Can't kick it out of bounds, but you can bat it. Now take a look. Milligan's closing, always around the football, and two officials right on the spot were pretty quick and mentioned right away that it was Rivas who got to it. And confirmed by the command center.
It will be the Riders' ball. Great hustle by Rivas to get over there after the fumble from Fletcher. Rutgers quarterback made a nice play with the pocket collapsing. Jumped up, threw it out to his left, but Fletcher had it knocked away. Adam LeClaire should get credit there. He came barreling in and knocked that ball loose. Harris now, he's hit as he throws down the field, far side. Incomplete, was looking for Myers. Harris has bounced up. He seems to be okay.
That turnover puts the Rider defense at a +13. A +13 in the giveaway takeaway. That's coming on this one is a safety blitz from Marc-Antoine Dequoy coming off the edge, and he's the guy who makes contact on time. Good to see Trevor Harris bounce up from that hit.
Dequoy did a great job keeping his hands up straight and not hitting Trevor in the head as his body sort of carried him through. Second down. Alouettes will send for Harris, far side, finds a man, it's Bain, and he'll turn it up the field, and a first down for Saskatchewan.
This is a real nice route here from Sean Bain. He's going to come down and run this out, and in coverage, playing inside. That's Bryce Cosby all the way inside from that tweener linebacker position. It's too far to cover to get to that out.
They work from the Alouette 33. This time, Alouette got some blocking, pushes it ahead, and gets just more than about half of what they need.
So, offensive coordinator Mark Mueller has got to try and find that balance. I mentioned that the Owls, when they lost to Toronto, gave up some rush yards, and in the first half, the last time these two teams played, gave up some rush yards to Frankie Hickson. Almost 100, I think over 100 as a team. So providing that balance, but also knowing he's got his QB1 back that can make you pay for a blitz through the air.
Second and 4, Harris. One fake, now lays it out there. And that ball's incomplete. Looked like Johnson might have slipped a bit as he was heading towards the far sideline, but that'll be third down. And another field goal attempt, the fourth of the game for Brett Lothar.
Yeah, they've been working the outs here, and Keyshawn Johnson's going to run another out. I think you're right, Dustin. He comes out of his break and just kind of little slip there, just enough, and the timing was off. But that's how precise receiver and quarterback are. I mean, even that little slip, that subtle little slip, and the ball is 3 or 4 inches off.
It wasn't much, but if he doesn't slip, he probably catches it.
Exactly.
Father's got another one. He's 2 for 4. Riders are on top, 7-0. Davis Alexanders, and for more on that, let's send it down to Brent Dorff.
Well, it actually belongs to his girlfriend, Kenzie, who he met through his teammate, Tyson Philpott. Now, she's from BC, but has family connections here in Saskatchewan, Prince Albert to be exact. So her grandpa and uncle came down for the game, and they have the whole family together. And as you can see, they're wearing some nice Davis Alexander jerseys, which he hooked him up with. I asked Davis, though, will it be tough for them after being lifelong Rider fans to wear that jersey? He said they'll be all right. She said they wanted to split the jerseys in half, and we're half Riders, half Alouettes, but she wouldn't let him.
Look, we've known it for years, but love makes you do crazy things. Lifelong Riders fans sitting here in Mosaic in Alouettes jerseys.
And standing out, yeah, there's no question, and wearing that number 10 proudly. And it gives us a chance, too, to say a shout-out to Davis's dad, Matt, who is fighting cancer right now, and we want to wish him all the best in that fight. And his stepmother, Denise, I know she's watching as well, and just a special hello to Matt in his fight.
Special moment for Davis Alexander playing here at Mosaic for the first time. Flea flicker, trying to spin it again, can't do it. Wrapped up and taken down by Cox. He was not fooled, and he pulls him down.
Yeah, you know, it almost happened too fast. It almost happened too fast. Sometimes if it develops a little bit longer, you can pull the defensive lineman to the tailback a little bit better, but Brian Cox was not fooled. Let's see how the family, what they thought of that play. Oh, yeah.
Roughing the passer or scholar tackle on Saskatchewan. 15-yard penalty and a first down.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I didn't see a flag initially, but roughing the passer, any tackle from the shoulder pad, from the back of the shoulder pad or the jersey is a horse collar tackle, and that is a clear horse collar tackle on Brian Cox. Not intentional.
Yeah, he was just grabbing whatever he could, right?
Yeah, Alexander was trying to escape and spun out of there, and when he did, his back was exposed, and that's all that Cox could grab. Grab the jersey, and that is a horse collar, automatic first down.
Takes them up to their own 54. Three receivers, wide side right for Alexander. Gets it away, near side. The fullback Dollar is able to hang on to it. Tackle made by Sales. Pickup of about 5.
Kind of what I mean about Davis Alexander being a gamer. And I asked Jason Moss, I said, help me describe what being a gamer really means. He says your compete level is through the roof on every single play, and you raise everybody else with you. And that's what he said Davis is. He's that guy that whether it's a practice rep or a game rep, he is battling, and the compete level is at through the ceiling.
They got to find 5 more yards here. Far side, wide open, drops it into the speaker, takes it down to the 10, cuts it back to the 5, and that is where they eventually stop him. But Speaker, there was nobody anywhere near him, and it goes for 46.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's anything fancy with this route from Speaker, but it looks like a bust in the Saskatchewan coverage. I mean, there's an influence in the middle that pulls that corner outside back inside. I think that was Amari Henderson.
Davis's girlfriend absolutely loving it. And the Alouettes for the first time in this game knocking on the door. From the Saskatchewan 5. Stands in behind his quarterback. He'll fake it to him. Now he gives it to him, and he's in. Touchdown, Alouettes. The visitors on the board. Fletcher's got his second receiving touchdown of the season.
How about this movement offensively? How about this movement? I mean, you've got guys moving this way. You got guys in the play action that end up out here. I mean, I could keep drawing arrows until that looked like a spider web up there. This is just a well-designed offensive play to give Davis Alexander lots of options as he goes through those fakes and through the process of that play. Well designed.
Altos to tie it at 7, and he puts it right down the middle. A 5-play, 70-yard drive that took just over 3 minutes. And Alexander finds Fletcher for the touchdown.
Dustin, I'm going on the whiteboard here. Watch the misdirection here. There's some movement that direction. Then the block here. A play action here that ends up out here. And then the quarterback with options on the roll to either run or pass. And watch how this develops. And if you're a defender right now, you're not sure which way to go, which way to pursue. Well designed. Alexander drops it in there to Fletcher. Touchdown, Alouettes.
There's a lot going on there. Good job. You laid it out nicely.
He was 3 for 3 for 56 yards on the drive.
Alford takes it just inside his own 20. Up to their sideline for a return of about 25 yards.
You know, and it's about timing, but it's also about the decision from Alexander once he gets out here. So he's got Fletcher. He's going to run that play action to Fletcher with this movement. That holds the defense going one way. Now they're going the opposite way on the fake. Now Cox goes right to the quarterback instead of staying back in coverage. He's going to sit back, and now he goes 50, goes right to quarterback, so he drops it right in behind him to Fletcher. That's how you draw it up.
First and 10 on the 45 for Harris. Back to Myers. Tackled immediately by Nafis Lyon. We've hit 3 minutes. We're tied at 7. Settle in on Friday night.
B, you like the Riders' run game. Maddie, you like Trevor Harris and the stability he's brought to the QB position. That leaves Enoch with
Montreal.
Sounds like a very well-rounded halftime discussion coming up.
Good balance in that offense.
Second and 5 for the Riders offense. Little audible. Harris looks to the left. Throws out to the near side to Picton. And that'll be enough for a Saskatchewan first down. And they'll keep this drive alive.
Yeah, pre-snap, you could see Trevor Harris calling it audible at the line of scrimmage. Again, recognition from a veteran. Played against Montreal many, many times. Changed the play at the line of scrimmage on that last one and got a first down out of it.
From the 54. Bain takes it to the 50 before he's tripped up. It's Wesley Sutton there to make the tackle. They'll give him about 4 yards as Harris barking out instructions for this offense. They want to keep it moving here. Alouettes 6 on that defensive line. They'll send 6. Harris down the field. Pops out. Oh, Johnson got absolutely popped on the play by Cosby.
He's the hot route because it was blitz. They couldn't block them all. Trevor Harris knew it, so the hot route to the middle. Try to get right to the hole, but Cosby would drop back and was almost playing like the safety spot. Times that up nicely, leads with his shoulder and separates the ball from the receiver.
Johnson says he's all right. Bounce back up. Kozak set to kick this away from close to midfield. Metro 8's just inside his own 10. Angle towards the near sideline. Fletcher gets there. And Milligan down the field. That's why he's putting together the tremendous season he is. It's 14th special teams tackle of the year.
You know, and I can't emphasize enough how tough that is. Yeah, you're starter on defense, and you're covering kicks. You're covering punts.
And covering so well.
So this is what happens. If you're counting steamboats right now, 1 steamboat, 2 steamboat, 3 steamboat, there's Milligan. Now he's got about 10 seconds to try to catch his wind after going 45 yards, going down, beating the block, and then making the tackle. Now he has to go and catch his breath and get ready to play halfback in the short side of the field, often against the best receiver the opposition has to offer.
Makes for a heck of a resume. Lots of time here for the Alouettes. Alexander, near side, finds his running back. Tackle made there after a decent pickup. They like to mix Fletcher in here, 3rd on the team in receiving yards so far this season.
Yeah, you think back to the Calgary game for Montreal, he had 100 yards receiving. So Jason Moss and his offense, his tailback needs to be able to catch the ball, and certainly Walter Fletcher can do that.
Checks all the boxes. They like the way he blocks. Over 400 yards on the ground. Almost 400 yards through the air. Back to him again. Looking for that first down pickup. And that is enough. And Mr. Everything in this offense for Montreal this year. Here's his last two.
Yeah, see, your most tailbacks want to get 15 carries to 20 carries a game. He doesn't see that, but he will. Look at the catches. The catches are much higher than a lot of tailbacks.
Fantasy stud. That's what he is so far this season. Pass behind White, but he reaches back and grabs it. That's Rambo, actually. Nice catch. That's his first of the ball game.
Just the 200 yards for Charleston Rambo in the last two games. And again, no Tyson Philpott. How about Alexander adjusting his arm angle and the fingertip grab by Rambo.
That looks real nice in slow-mo, doesn't it? 2nd and 2. Again, near side, stiff arm, some room. Rambo takes it all the way down. Inside the Saskatchewan 50 as he makes a whole lot of something of what looked like to be nothing.
Well, I really like this hitch play because for Jason Maas, because it's a 29-yard gain, but you know when you see these hitches to the wide receivers like this, you usually see 3 or 4 other receivers out there trying to block. That's not what this play design was. It was just Rambo by himself, one-on-one on Amari Henderson, and they just said, let's throw it to him quick because Henderson's playing off, and let them go one-on-one.
Successful strategy indeed. Quarterback draw, right up the middle, lunging ahead, close to a first down on the legs of Davis Alexander.
Taking a look at the progression, little look to the left to try to maybe pull a linebacker out to the left a little bit further so he can get an extra couple straight down the middle. That looked like a design quarterback draw.
2nd and 1. Alexander pushing ahead. Milligan comes over there to try to yank him back. See where this ball is spotted.
And Alexander now to keep their eye on the time clock.
It's going to be 3rd and inches here
because there was one official that signaled a first down, and then they're saying now that it's a couple of inches short, and I think it's, you know, what they've got to watch here, Montreal, is the time, not necessarily the this is only a couple of inches, but how much time did they lose?
Davis into the game. Pushing it ahead. He's got the first down. 21 seconds on the clock for Montreal.
So you got probably 3 plays if you're efficient. Maybe work the sideline. Don't want to give up a chance for a field goal. 2 timeouts for Jason Maas.
Looking for their first lead of the ball game here from the Rider 37. On the run to his right, pressure coming. Throws it along the near sideline. And that's incomplete. Henderson there in coverage. 10 seconds on the clock.
Well, now Davis Alexander can't do what he just did on the last play, knowing he's got 3rd down to kick the field goal if he wants to throw it away, because he'll lose the time to do that. So I'm sure now in real time, Jason Maas and Anthony Calvillo telling him in his mic, keep an eye on the clock. You got 10 seconds.
3 options to his left. They'll give it to Fletcher, pushing it up the middle. And he's taken down with 5 seconds on the clock, and this will be a straightaway shot for Maltos.
Yeah, now you kick the field goal. Excellent management. Took a shot on first down on the scramble to see if he could get an open receiver somewhere down the end zone. The Riders chased him out of bounds there, so a running play just to get it lined up in the middle for a field goal before the half.
Alouettes looking to take the lead at halftime. Maltos up, and that one sneaks it through on the right side. And the Riders find themselves having to settle for field goal attempt after field goal attempt. And because of that, they trail. They 8-1. Montreal Alouettes 10-7.
Gamer made some plays down, I believe, 7-0 at this point in the first half, and made this throw down the sideline and finished with a touchdown. Beautifully designed play. Play action, naked roll, and into the end zone for Fletcher.
154 yards, 11 of 15. He did say they have to finish. They settled for Brett Lawton field goals too many times for A.J. Ouellette's liking, and I'm sure the same could be said for quarterback Trevor Harris.
And he missed 2 field goals.
Tackle. Knock goes through. You'd have the lead. Fletcher. Nice return, shaping up there. Good tackle. Stays on his feet momentarily. And then is stopped just shy of 40, about a 30-yard return.
Take a look at the first half for Davis Alexander. Got things going in that second quarter. Again, was showing us a little bit of his ability to escape and find different throwing lanes, different throwing angles for his arm angles. This is the big play that got them on the scoreboard. And then right at the end of the half, set up the field goal to put them ahead.
They'll start the half from their own 39. Alexander, they'll roll him out to his left down the field, looking for Speaker. And that falls incomplete.
Interesting, the guys talking on the panel about the quality of the two defenses out here. That we would probably see a low-scoring game and winning the line of scrimmage and all that fun stuff. Which team has the big play, the big turnover that might be the difference maker?
Fletcher stands in to the right of his quarterback. 3 options further out to his right. Pressure coming up the middle, trying to escape it, gets a throw off, but it falls incomplete. And that'll be a quick 2-and-out here for the Alouettes.
Well, Jason Maas wanted to try and get a drive there because they won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they were going to get the ball in the second half. They finished the first half with a field goal to take the lead at 10-7. So the idea is you get the ball next because you won the toss, drive down and turn that 3-point lead into a 10-point lead. But the Rider defense had a different idea.
Zima drops one in there. Alford takes it at the 21. Mario Alford looking for some space on the near side. Waiting for a block. Does not come. And he is wrapped up and taken down after a 12-yard return.
So A.J. Ouellette did a little self-evaluation at halftime and told our Britt Dort that he was running soft. Let's take a look at what he considers running soft in the first half. Like, right? If this is soft, can't wait to see what he's got in the second half. I mean, there's some pounding going on down there.
8 carries. Got the 41 yards, like we mentioned, and he starts in here behind his quarterback. Race up the middle. Sankey meets him just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Boy, he took on that hit too. I mean, two great players meeting at the point of attack off the right side of the offense, and he just wanted to just get that physicality started by lowering the pad level, and Sankey said, go ahead, I'll take that on every day. Two great players battling. There's a high price to pay for, what, 3?
Yeah, 2. They only gave him 2. Here's Harris throwing down, and he has a man outside the 50, drops it in there for Johnson. Second catch of the game for Keyshawn. Yeah,
I like how Johnson, he's going to run this curl, and that's take that little step back. It's very subtle, but it's a step back when the ball's about to arrive. Just a little bit of a step. Make sure he cuts off an angle from Cosby coming out from inside out. Maybe get a chance to get a hand on that ball.
Harris is 14 of 20 for 167 yards. Moving bodies around here. They'll hand it off. Right up the middle again. And Adrian gets.
He got under Sankey that time.
Gave him 4 yards on that first down carry. Well, we've seen this from the Riders offense tonight. They moved the ball relatively well. It's the stalling and having to settle for field goals that's killed them thus far. Harris back to his running back, and he's got another first down for the home side, and a cheer from the crowd here at Mosaic.
Great read here by Trevor Harris to really quickly understand that it's 3-man pressure. Go ahead and run it for a second, and you'll see, okay, stop it there. 1, 2, 3. 3-man pressure, so he knows that the check down is going to get him the first down. He just takes a look at one play, and then bang, right to the check down.
That's all they needed, and they got it. Down to the Montreal 42. Out to Payne. Met immediately and taken down. Sutton has been hitting heavily so far in this game.
Yeah, both these teams tackle well. You know, and that's the foundation of good defense. I mean, you can talk about blitzing, and you can talk about the exotic looks and show blitz and dropping out and different coverages and all of those things. But it really breaks down. If you're a really good tackling team, you're going to have a good defense. And both these teams are good tackling teams.
Still need the full 10 here. Let out to the right. That's where they go. He brings it in. Up to the 35. Stretching out. And he got close to the first down. They're going to mark him about a yard shy.
Well, that's a little slow to get up here. Outstanding effort from 45 here. Just sees the tackle coming, knows where the marker is, and needs a couple extra. And Sankey, there he is, not far away from the starting tailback. And he comes down hard on his back and is still down.
Well, it's 3rd and 1. And they're going to bring Lothar out again to try to tie this game at 10. Trevor Harris ran down and kind of got a good look at the spot. But they'll opt to attempt a 42-yarder. Just inside the right hash. 2 for 4 so far in the game. This one is up, and he does indeed tie the game at 10. 3 field goals for Lothar so far. Alouettes, Riders. Hey, well, I think this is pretty good for Roland Milligan. First in interceptions, first in pass knockdowns, second in special teams, and second in total defensive plays. Impressive.
Yeah, outstanding season he's got going. I mean, this is year 4 for Roland Milligan. Some injury issues too that he dealt with, but first 24 games, 3 picks. Last 7 games, 6.
Taking it up a notch. Almost intercepted. Randall comes over to help, and he's able to haul it in. That went for a yard, if you can believe it. Milligan almost picked it off.
Well, no matter what happens, go to the ball. I mean, and that's what Milligan has been so good at. He's just trusting his instincts, breaking on the ball and playing the play. Sometimes he'll break out of his coverage and just go to it. There's the quick throw. He's right there. Should have had the pick. I mean, he's battling with Reggie White there. And watch this, just sitting there. Didn't even backpedal. So go ahead and try to throw that little curl. I'm getting it. Rambo saved the day for Montreal.
2nd and 9. They'll bring pressure. Completed. First down. Great effort by Rambo. Alexander wasted no time gunning that ball out of there with pressure in his face.
That's exactly right. And for a guy in start number 3, that's great recognition. He knows he's got blitz. He's got pressure. The pocket's collapsing a little bit. Stood in there and delivered a strike.
Fresh set of downs at the Montreal 50. Down the field this time. A deep shot far side. And that is incomplete. Here's Corey Mace on his star DB.
Nothing shocks me that Millie does. He prepares himself as such a pro that he knows when he can take his chances, and he does a little bit of everything at a high level. So anytime you have somebody like that on your team, it's encouraging for sure. You're happy as a coach. Players are happy that he's your teammate, but also it kind of pulls the line, so to speak, and lifts the bar for everybody else around him.
Alexander, just 3-man rush this time. Waits. Now he's going to have to take off near side, trying to lunge ahead. Excellent effort. He'll be a yard and a little bit more shy of the first down, and that'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Jason Moss isn't even thinking about this. Let's take a look at Roland Milligan and just how he reacts as the play develops. And you see he jumps one receiver. He's in his own look there. So he's covering an area. But when he saw Davis Alexander scrambling, he jumped the inside receiver and then redirected to Bahar, the outside receiver, and then went up and helped tackle Davis Alexander.
Now Davis into the game. 3rd and 1. Needs a yard. They're going to try to stretch it out. Can he get there? No. Riders defense denies him. Davis, nowhere to go. Turnover on downs. He's been so good at it for such a long time.
Take a look at this 3rd down attempt by Dominique Davis. Couple mistakes. He goes along the line of scrimmage. That's the first mistake on short yardage, especially when you're almost 2 yards away. That was about a 3rd and a yard and a half. And the second mistake was he turned his back. Once you turn your back and try to spin like that in short yardage, forget it. You've opened up a chance for Jameer Thurman to push you back.
Great field position here for Harris. Gets it away, far side. That's his running back to the left, who's fine and back in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
A bit of a limp from A.J. Ouellette, but he's gotten it out right now. He goes out to the flat immediately, and Trevor Harris tries to climb the pocket. Sees him out there just kind of fly and die on the sideline and finds a hole.
30 yards through the air. Now 34 for Ouellette. Trevor Harris is over 200 yards passing. Riders have been held out of the end zone so far, though. They won't give the Montreal 41. That's another first down. Helmet off. Held on to the ball. Did Dante Myers.
If Dante's hair's not happy, he's not happy. But his hair's happy on this one. It's a good thing his helmet came off after the catch. He's going to come in the inside route here, just in between, again, that tight window. Good timing there, and then the tackle by Dequoy. Helmet comes off. He can't participate if it came off a little earlier than that.
Back to A.J. Alouettes. Finds some space, lowers the shoulder, and he's got a Riders first down. Not running soft anymore, is he?
No, I don't think so. You know, it's interesting, too, that they were looking, I'm sure they looked at the tablets at halftime, and they're looking at the running plays. And interesting that A.J. Alouettes said that his offensive line, again, this is the part that I was real curious about with all the changes they've had to make and moving Furlan out to tackle and playing the rookie Nick Jones, but he thought they pushed him around in the first half.
This has been an excellent drive for the Riders. Within striking distance now from the Montreal 15. Back to A.J. Alouette again. Short pickup this time. He's now, with that, over 100 total yards of offense in this game on the ground and through the air.
Right here, boys. Right foot either.
This has been the problem. They've got to this area, and then on these...
Well, the Montreal defense is the problem.
Yeah, that's a good point. Montreal's defense likes to stiffen up here, don't they?
Yes.
Empty backfield for Harris. Looks towards the end zone. Touchdown Riders! Keyshawn Johnson's first in the Canadian Football League. Couldn't come at a better time.
Well, you heard at halftime our Hall of Fame quarterback, Matt Dunnigan, talk about how he really didn't have time to explain that there was a little bit of rust on Trevor Harris in the first half, although I thought as well he talked about his precision, his quick release, and as this game has gone on, we've seen him even get better. Good timing on that out throw for their first major of the game.
Saskatchewan back on top. 17-10, 5 plays, 52 yards after the turnover on downs, and it ends up in the hands of Keyshawn Johnson.
First touchdown, but I want you to take a look here at Wesley Sutton, who's in coverage. He has inside leverage on this man-to-man look, and he has Dequoy as a safety. So you see that inside leverage. He's playing inside shoulder, and he has the safety to help him in the inside. So he needs to jump to the outside shoulder. When Trevor Harris sees that, bam, throw and catch, first touchdown for Keyshawn Johnson.
He's got one. We said he's been ramping it up a little bit lately. Dante Myers as well. Lots of different weapons in this Riders offense. Return here to the 30 and no further in the hands of Letcher. The rookie has found the end zone.
Keep this thing going. Can't wait to get home.
Best turnover ratios, and he said that's something he's been emphasizing with his team this year, and obviously it's been working out. However, in this game, it's Saskatchewan who's been the dominant team. Corey Mace has been known for that in his defense all along this season, and when you look at Roland Milligan, who's leading the league interceptions, I asked him about this defense and the way that they have been able to make forced turnovers. He said it doesn't shock me, kind of what Corey Mace said. He goes, we know where we need to be, and we watch a lot of film, and clearly it's paying off, guys.
Paying off tonight.
Yeah, well, both these teams are great at it, and as Britt showed you, they +2 for the Riders in this one tonight, so that drops Montreal down to +7.
Alexander down the field, drops it in there neatly for Rambo, and that's a big pickup on the first down of the drive up to midfield.
Davis Alexander's had this throw a couple times. He missed it 2 series ago. but this time he sets his feet a little bit better and just puts the whole body in that follow-through, gets it right out there to Rambo on time so he could turn up and get a couple yak yards.
Rambo having himself another excellent game. 5 catches for 72 yards, working against Amari Henderson on this play. And that into a tight window is complete and held onto to the fullback. Alexander zipped that one in there, didn't he?
Yeah, he's trying to avoid the turnovers, and we talked to Jason Moss about those turnovers that Britt just mentioned, and they actually practice it. Sometimes, you know, I asked him, it must be kind of difficult to practice punching the ball out on your own receivers. I mean, what if a guy jams a thumb or something like that? He said, oh, no. We practice it. If you're not happy with that, or if you're not good with it, you're not a good teammate, period. They practice ripping the ball out of your hands.
They need 3 more yards here. They've got it. Back to Rambo. He found a little bit of room. He'll take it down inside the 30 before he's thrown down heavily by C.J. Rivas.
Getting Rambo involved. A couple real good throws from Alexander. Both to Rambo. Well, that's just a great play to spin out of that tackle, too.
Rambo's at 93 yards. His season high is 124. 4 options to the wide side right. That's where they're going to move the quarterback. Alexander, good throw down the field. And he connects with Reggie White Jr. The Alouettes looking to answer immediately here.
Well, the answer defensively for what Alexander is doing right now is to contain him, because he's getting the edge. That time it was C.J. Rivas who got blocked up. Nice block by Antwi, the fullback, who's going to come into your picture to the right and not allow any containment. That allows Davis Alexander to get out to the edge, and now he has the run-pass option. He hits Reggie White in stride.
Alexander's 4 of 4 on this drive. He's got 230 yards passing in the game. Looks to his left. Pressure coming. Goes towards the end zone. Henderson stepped underneath. Took it away from Rambo. Second down.
A lot going on here. Hey, first of all, Alexander feels the pressure. They got a free blitz coming off the edge to Alexander, and he times this throw up really nicely. The blitz is coming from this side. So Alexander feels it after the play action and knows he's only got another second to throw it. He gets it out there. But how about Amari Henderson? Because from that deep zone look, he goes right to the football and knocks it out of there in time. That's Carney coming off the edge.
2nd and 10. Riders are going to bring some pressure. Alexander in trouble. Taken down. Sanders finished it.
Slow to get up on this one. Full blitz. I think Milligan went. Milligan's up here. Blitz coming off the edge from C.J. Rivas down here. Yeah, that's full-on pressure. Let's see what happens. Full weight there of Caleb Saunders. Hopefully just maybe knock the wind out of Alexander here.
They've sat him up. Cody Fajardo just back on the roster, warming up on the sideline.
He's going to be okay. Look at this, Trevor Harris, first guy out to just check on the fellow quarterback. It's awesome.
Just back from injury himself. Third down and 14 will set up the field goal attempts. A 25-yarder from Altos just inside the left hash. And we've got a 4-point ball game late in the quarter. Don't miss the return of the global phenomenon critics call thrilling and endlessly captivating. HBO's House of the Dragon, the new season, streaming now only on Crave. Oh, look at that moon tonight. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect Friday night at Mosaic.
Oh, you got a 4-point game going into the fourth quarter.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
First in the East versus first in the West. Harris, 227 yards of his own in this ball game. A.J. Alouettes stands in next to him. That's where they're going to go. And he pushes it ahead for about 3 yards on the play. And that's going to do it. 15 minutes remain. It's going to be a fabulous 15. Don't go anywhere. Friday night football between the Alouettes and the Riders. Coming down to the Alouettes, 17-13. Return to Trevor Harris. He's looked very good, but Davis Alexander hanging in here tight.
Yeah, and it really shouldn't happen when you're in your third start. I mean, a quarterback that young and that inexperienced just doesn't respond on the road in hostile territory like Davis Alexander is tonight. I mean, the turnover that turned into a touchdown, 7 for 7, was Trevor Harris. Davis Alexander gets the ball in the next series, drives it down to a field goal to make it a 4-point lead. So takes a lot of that momentum away from not only the Riders, but their fan base here at home.
4-point lead for the Riders. 3-1 when leading after 3 quarters on the season. They'll look to hang on to this one as well. 2nd and 7. Harris looks to his left, throws in that direction. Keyshawn Johnson's got it again, and he's found it in that spot a few times tonight.
This pass is all about timing. It really is. I mean, it's a straight go route from Keyshawn Johnson, and he kind of bends it in, a little bit of a bender. Justin McInnes's route, I've been calling that this year in BC, but Trevor Harris has that great timing just to wait till he clears the linebacker and hit him just before the DBs arrive.
Now from the Montreal 42, they hand it off to A.J. Alouettes, and we've got some pushing and shoving here on the near side, and they'll eventually separate Emelis and Afees line.
Well, the last time these two teams met, Mark Mueller, the offensive coordinator, went away from the run in the second half. When Davis Alexander entered the game, which is his first real action, led Montreal to the come-from-behind win. We put a couple of touchdowns on the board right away, and the Riders went away from the run. They're not doing it this time in the second half.
Trevor Harris perfect in the second half so far. Gets this one away, and that will go for a first down as well, as he goes back to the other side of the field to Dante Myers.
You know what I like about Dante Myers? He doesn't look like a very big guy, and he's not. He's 5'11", 186, but this guy's tough. He's taken some hits. I mean, he just goes down in front of 4 defenders, and that's a wise move, but he has taken some big hits. He plays big.
Riders putting together a nice drive here after giving up that field goal. Nowhere to go this time for A.J. Alouettes. Beverett hanging on his back. Still managed to at least pick up a yard or 2 on that first down carry.
Well, I was tracking in the first half. Tyrese Beverett and what they're asking him to do. Like, is it just that he can freelance? No, it's not. 7 times he was in coverage. 6 times he was blitzing. 8 times he was reading and reacting. So basically playing like a linebacker. But he was around the ball 15 of those 21.
He's an active defender. Let's just say it. Here's Harris. They're going to bring some pressure in his face. Goes over the middle, and it's dropped into the hands of Sean Bain Jr., and it bounces right back out.
Well, a couple words there for the Alouette defender. Let's take a look and see what Trevor Harris saw. He saw the blitz coming hard from that left side and felt like he didn't need to take that hit. Know what happened at the other end of it. See that very often from Sean Bain, but
Father back in. 3 of 5 tonight. This one will be a 38-yarder to restore a 7-point lead for the Riders. And that is up, and it is wide right. His 3rd miss of the ball game. And this will be brought out by Letcher. Letcher takes it back to the 20, turns it upfield, and now he's got to the 40. Can they track him down? I'm not sure. Midfield, and the race is on. Letcher to the 30, to the 20. See you later. House call Letcher, and the Alouettes go on top after another Lother miss.
another miss. This one costly. This one a little longer than the other 2. And when you kick the longer field goals, if you miss them, it's a bigger cover group. And you know what these returners in the CFL can do. Every team's got one. Letcher down the sideline, cut back there. What a great move to get to the open field, and then no one was catching him.
128 yards on the missed field goal return for Letcher.
See the guy chasing him at the end? That was Malik Carney, a defensive lineman. That's what I mean. You have bigger guys on the field goal team.
What they thought this was, what?
So you miss it. Tougher to cover.
Bottom line is you got to knock one in from 38.
See where I'm from, baby.
3 misses tonight. Lother's on the verge of costing the Riders this football game. Montreal on top, 2017. Oh, what an effort from Letcher.
Misses tonight for Lowther were 30, 43, and this one 38. And Letcher, that little beginning of that return where he took off to the left towards the sideline, that drew the coverage that way, and then the cutback all the way to the middle of the field. Just no one could catch him with the angles. And again, you got some big guys trying to block for the field goal so they don't get it blocked, including Malik Carney, who's not going to catch Letcher in the open field.
Lother, 3 misses tonight. He's 0 for 3 from beyond 50 this year. It's 7 for 13 beyond 40 coming into this game. Alouettes kicking it away a little bit closer than usual as a penalty was dished out. Micah Johnson, unnecessary roughness, 15 yards. As the Riders need to stay composed here. Trevor Harris in his return facing a 4-point deficit in the to his kicker.
Yeah, reminding Brett that it's a 4-point game. Lots of football to be played. And I guarantee you at some part of that discussion he said, and we're going to need you. We're going to need you to make one. So just let it go and move on. I saw Trevor Harris in the break also go over to Brett Lowther, and give him a few words of encouragement as well.
Rakovic, first catch of the game. Gave him 8, 2nd and 2 here. A.J. Alouette waiting for the ball. They fake it near side, and that is held onto. Strong hands from Dante Myers, and then he's taken down by the Feast line.
Seen a couple of hits, couple of ragdolls, and strong hands. That ball got there just in time for Trevor Harris. I think the high snap from center threw the timing of this play off just a little bit. And we've seen what just a small slip can do to timing.
Just a little bit. Got him the first down. The Montreal side of the field now, trailing by 4. This time they'll hand it off. And Rough finds some space. Eventually taken down by Moultrie.
Nice bounce outside for him there. He's getting up slow in this second half.
He's been banged up, hasn't he?
Well, he took the hit down on the sideline, the Rider sideline, when he got thrown up in the air. He dove for that first down and got spun around by Darnell Sankey. Landed pretty hard on his back, so Alouette is gutting it out right now.
They gave him 6. They'll need 4 more. Harris. Keyshawn Johnson again. Broke a tackle. Takes it down to the Montreal 35. 5th catch of the game for Johnson. He's over 80 yards.
Go ahead and try and take A.J. Alouette out of the lineup. Go ahead. Go ahead and ask him, Dustin. Just say, you know what? We're going to take a rest. Go ahead and try.
I'm not asking. No chance. Missed 3 weeks. Back in this game.
8-13.
No way. He's not going to be out there. Nice play by Harris to get that into the hands of Bain. Claw on the tackle. Short pickup. On first down, 2nd and long.
That play takes Dequoy out of his blitz. He was going to go on a blitz, but he saw Bain, so he broke off that blitz and went and covered him. 2nd and 8. Interception totals down a little bit from last year, but he set a pretty high standard, high bar. I still think he's the best safety in the league.
Sankey and the defense looking for a stop on 2nd and 8. They're going to bring a lot of pressure. Harris down the field. 1-on-1 dropped it in there. The Riders go back on top. Picton's got one 2 weeks in a row.
Adversity hits, a missed field goal turns into a long field goal return touchdown for Montreal, but the veteran quarterback, ice in his veins, says, don't worry about that, Brett. We're coming back. We're going to go back and score. And how about you kick the extra point?
Second touchdown of the season for Picton. Lager puts that one up. And it's through. Riders on top by 3. What a game. Still over 7 minutes to go. A 6-play, 70-yard drive in less than 4 minutes.
Picton, nothing fancy about the route, just a straight go route, and the Feast Lion is playing off in kind of a cushion coverage. And watch, when the ball's about to arrive, he tries to flip his hips the other way, stumbles, and away goes Picton. Look at the block at the other side so that Trevor Harris can throw it. That's Keyshawn Johnson, got his first touchdown tonight in the Canadian Football League, and he picks up Tyrese Beverett on the blitz to allow his quarterback to throw. Picton's at the other end.
Another misconduct penalty against the Riders, so they had to kick this from their own 15. Letcher on the far side broke a tackle, made a move, and will not escape. And look at the field position for the Alouettes. Almost right at the 50.
There's something interesting that Thomas Bertrand Hudon is wearing. You see up here his helmet. Now, in both leagues in North America, the league's offices are basically recommending they would like to see more players wear these guardian caps, they're called. They wear them in practice all the time. And it's going to just take, you know, a slow evolution for them to do it.
I'll say it. It doesn't look as silly as I thought it would.
No, I think it looks fine. Barely even notice, really.
Alexander in trouble, and he's taken down. A loss of at least 5 as the Riders defense, all sorts of problems. Miles Brown, Malik Carney, and that defensive line.
Yeah, that was just a complete collapse of the pocket. And that's when you know you have disciplined pass rush lanes, when all the lanes are covered up. No escape lanes for the quarterback. Even a quarterback like Alexander, who's showing that he can escape. Cut down the lanes, collapse the pocket.
4th sack of the ball game for the Riders. 2nd of the game for Carney. Just 3 on the line this time for Saskatchewan. 2nd and long. Alexander has time, tries to go to his running back. No. Thurman gobbles him up the moment he catches it for a loss and a punt.
Yeah, this is like a 2-zone defense. 2 guys deep, and Thurman is right here, but they're going to have Thurman spy the back out of the backfield. That's when you take a look at Thurman, he's just tracking Fletcher out of the backfield. Sees the big tackle, and how about that reaction?
Well, there's a late flag. It was just tossed on the near sideline. A discussion amongst the officials. Let's get the call.
Objectionable conduct. Saskatchewan number 42. He could have avoided contact with an official. This is a 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Adam O'Clair contacting an official.
And in the description said he could have avoided it.
So 3rd and 6, still punting. They'll let it fly. Alfred waits. Does he have something special up his sleeves? Not this time. 48-yard kick. Short return. 5:20 on the clock. Trevor Harris looks to seal this one away with a big drive. What a night returning. 325 yards. That's his 3rd 300-yard game in just 4 games.
That's Picton down.
That is Picton. Picton's down way out at the Alouette 50. Picton with 4 catches and a touchdown tonight. Bain's got 5. Johnson's got 5. Myers has 7. It's been a quiet night for MLS, but it just goes to show the overall strength of this receivers group. MLS leads the team in targets, catches, yards, but hasn't been involved much tonight. They still put up 24.
Well, Trevor Harris is going to read the defense, go through his progressions, and throw it to the open man. That's what the veterans do. So the feature receiver can change depending on what the defense is doing.
Harris 14 of 15 in the half, and the only pass that wasn't completed was a clear drop from Bain.
Yep.
Doesn't look like he's missed a beat. This drive will start on his own 16. Alouettes defense so good all year. Is there a big play waiting somewhere? They'll hand it off.
There's one.
And yeah, Alouette not even back to the line of scrimmage.
Eddie Berglund got that one, and he got that one. That's Noel Thorpe's group. Now, usually in these situations, one of two things. They're either going to send pressure, and on second and long here, different exotic-looking defensive look for Trevor Harris, or look like they're going to do it, load the line of scrimmage, drop everybody, and send 3.
Second and 11. A stop here. Montreal will get the ball back. Tons of time on the clock. Harris near side. That's complete. Trying to push it ahead. Not going to work. Duncan Busby with the catch.
Getting a chance to play for Jojo, who has a finger issue, and he was down for this game, not dressed. So Duncan Busby gets a chance to play. Big target, 6'3".
First catch of the game for him with Picton out. Good kick. Great kick. Backs Letcher all the way up to the 25. 62-yard punt off the leg of Korczak.
Yeah, this is such a big kick that Letcher has to retreat about 20 yards to corral it. Those returners like to catch it moving forward, so their vision is downfield. They can see where the hole might be developing. You have to retreat like that, trying to catch a fly ball at the warning track. Takes a little momentum out of the return.
Davis Alexander gets the ball with his team down by 3. Less than 4 to play. Takes the handoff out to his left. Shot down the field, and that's incomplete. Looking for Reggie White Jr. Had Speaker open a little shallower, and he's looking for the big shot.
There's White. He's going to work in tandem. He did have the out, but part of the reason for that was Marcus Sales just drops off his man. He reads where Alexander wants to throw it. You see the body action and how he's looking downfield. Not sure he liked that little push.
Second and 10. Four-man pressure. They get there. Ball pops out. Laying there on the field. And they'll blow it down. Not a lot of time for Alexander, and the Alouettes will have to punt it back the other way.
Carney got there. Micah just getting his hands up in the throwing lane, and Carney got there. Smart to keep his head out of the way.
It's an incomplete pass. It will be 3rd down.
Left hand came around late to the face mask area. The ball was already out.
Been a rough ride for Alexander. He's hung in there. Kept his team in this ball game.
Oh, we got a lot of football to play here. You know that.
Long way. Long way to go here.
You can see the compete, though. This guy.
Mario Alford waits back in front of Pill Country. Lima set to kick it away. It's a hang up there. bounces out of bounds. Another late flag on the near side of the field. 47-yard kick. Not sure what that flag is.
Penalty. Montreal number 26. This is a 15-yard penalty. First down.
That's Beverette. He looks confused.
They may have got, by the look of Beverette's expression there, they got the wrong number possibly.
Yeah, he looked like it.
He's like, what are you talking about?
Well, after the penalty, the Riders have it on their 40. Clock ticks down to 3 minutes at Mosaic. Again, it's Emilus. Emilus forced out of bounds on the far side. He's going to say, I went down before sliding out. Don't go anywhere. A long 2:53 remaining in this ball game. It's a good one. The Tiger Cats out in Hamilton, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, only on TSN. We're only halfway home on the week. Not even yet. We still got a long way to go in this one. 2nd and 5 for Harris and this offense. A.J. Ouellette will come back in now to his quarterback's left. And there's flags everywhere on that one. Might have been movement on both sides of the line.
Legal procedure. Saskatchewan number 62. 5-yard penalty. It remains 2nd down.
Watch out. This is what I mean about the exotic. There's Beverette. He's up at the line. You see Darnell Sankey up at the line there. Then they bail. Sankey bails. Beverette doesn't. Arcou will drop out as well. And then they show up again. And you're not sure if they're blitzing or they're going to come. And by the time they got it all called and figured out, it's movement up on the line of scrimmage.
That was Nick Jones, the right guard. 2nd and 10. Harris dodges some pressure, dumps it off, and they'll be forced to kick it away once again. Davis Alexander is going to get the ball with over 2 minutes to go. And once again, only a field goal needed to tie this game.
And once again, is that Letcher back there?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Already returned a missed field goal for a 128-yard touchdown. They have another one in him. Takes it at the 10. 60-yard kick. Not this time.
Good tackle. Milligan again.
Man, Milligan all over the place.
And I'll tell you what, you got to have a little want-to in you to cover these kicks with this kind of enthusiasm and hustle and determination. I mean, Roland Milligan is a star defensive back, leading the league in interceptions. It would be easy for him to half mail it in on the teams. Not this guy. It's full speed all the time. That's a big tackle. There was a lane out there for Letcher.
All right, what do you got? Davis Alexander. Gets that one away. Finds Randall. Henderson hung on. Just a yard. Henderson still down.
Saskatchewan 16.
You hear that cry of pain. He'll come out to take a look at him. Made the tackle. Something must have happened as he was trying to hang on to Randall.
Yeah, it was definitely he made the tackle. So
5th tackle of the game. He's got a couple of knockdowns as well, does Henderson. Let's take another look at this tackle and see what might have happened. Looks like they're working up on his shoulder and chest area.
Okay, head looks good. Push back a little bit there, and then he lands on top of Rambo. Didn't see any like sort of twisted knees or anything like that. Well, we won't speculate on try and play doctor here, but it looked like a fairly routine tackle.
Looks like he just reached over to his
shoulder,
right
maybe
shoulder again. The athletic therapists out there trying to assess the situation. Sit him up now. See him squeezing his right hand there.
Maybe a stinger.
Yeah. Now he'll come off the field.
Got to go out for 3 plays at least now, but it looks like he'll be fine.
Dalkey will slide in. Lacombe will slide out to the field corner and play next to Roland Milligan.
Jaden Dalkey at safety.
2nd and 9. Alexander pressured, escapes. Now looks down the field, drops it in there. Speaker takes it outside the 50. What composure from Davis Alexander.
Climbs the pocket, eyes downfield. The Riders have dropped into a zone look, a 2-deep zone look. So underneath, they're dropping off with their linebackers, DBs. There's 2 guys deep. So Alexander does not want to force it. He wants to buy some time and let the scramble rules take care of that zone look and find Speaker on the run.
And now another late flag. This just came out.
Objectionable conduct. Montreal number 66. 10-yard penalty for misconduct.
Marc-Olivier Lestage is out on the bench. Been a bunch of those in this second half. Stuff going on after the whistle.
And that'll back them up inside the 45. Field goal range definitely within grasp, but over 2 minutes to go. Riders pressure, shot down the field. Rambo goes down, working against Sales.
We've got a great look at it, so you'll get a chance, and so will Jason Moss.
Defensive pass interference.
They threw a flag late.
Number 8. The ball will be placed where the infraction occurred.
Oh, that's why you couldn't see it. It was right at the point behind the bench here. The flag came out of the pocket quickly.
We got a challenge.
I think Corey Mays is going to challenge and have the command center take another look at this. He doesn't believe it was pass interference.
Saskatchewan is challenging the previous play. They believe there was no defensive pass interference. The play will be reviewed.
Looked like Rambo tried to sell it a little bit.
Well, the question is, again, now there's been a new mandate sent down from the league to remind that basically tell all the coaches and the teams that the command center, who has had a rough ride over the last few weeks, let's call it like it is going to go back to only overturning calls, only if they see a clear and obvious mistake. Now, the ruling on the field is pass interference. Official felt that Sales pushed Rambo over. And I'm with you. It looked like he kind of did that on his own in a lot of ways.
There was some contact there, but
it was almost a riding with the hand. I didn't see Sales trying to impede Rambo to the ball, or really aggressively push him down. I think they were just running together. They were running together. But the mandate is now to kind of reset the command center and say, we're going back to where only clear and obvious mistakes will be overturned.
Well, they had a look at it. Let's get the ruling.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The ball will be placed at the 37-yard line. First down, Montreal.
What the command center is trying to do is stay out of it unless they see clear and obvious, and that's the word they keep using, which was the original intent of the command center. If that was called no interference, there was no flag, they would have stayed with that call too, I believe.
Within field goal range now. Alexander dumps it off. Some room to run. And that's taken out for a first down. Fletcher moves the chains.
The key for this play is to have the time for Fletcher to get all the way over here. And that means that Alexander's got to hang on to the ball. He knows the pocket's collapsing a little bit. He feels some pressure, but he's got to wait till Fletcher can clear out. Get beyond that middle linebacker spot. Out on the edge.
7th catch of the game for Fletcher. Antwi in to the right of Alexander. Fletcher to the left. 1st and 10 from the Rider 25. Antwi takes the ball. Can he find some space? Not going to happen. Back to the line of scrimmage. No further.
Yeah, he took the ball and ran straight into a wall by the name of Miles Brown, who's going to step right in here, and that's the wall that Antwi goes right into. And it was like, nope, not there. Okay, let's see if there's anything out here. Nope.
Reset the game clock to 1:30.
They're going to tack 7 seconds back on the game clock. Second and 10 for Alexander.
1:32 on the game clock.
Clock is set. There we go. Crowd and Mosaic trying to get behind this defense. Alexander gets it away. It's Fletcher again. Gets one block, another. Makes a move. And he is close to a first down. This will depend on the spot. Might be just shy.
That last play to Fletcher a couple plays ago, that was a timing one. This is quick to Fletcher, but he needs some blocks out there, and he gets it from Cole Speaker right there. Just turning C.J. Rivas inside. There's a big block by 17.
3rd and short. Riders have stopped him already once in this situation. Dom Davis to keep this drive alive. Straight ahead this time, and he's got it. 57 seconds on the clock.
There is no way Dominic Davis was going to go left or right on that. He was going to follow his center, Justin Lawrence, straight ahead. Well, he went a little bit off to the right side of Lawrence, but he wasn't trying to get to the corner. Not after getting shut down early in the game.
Davis Alexander back out there trying to finish off a game-winning drive on the road in Regina. Three options, to his right, two to the wide side left. Riders, four on the line. They'll send five, far side. Did that bounce in there? Did Rambo get it? Ball pops out, it's picked up, and now it's going to be taken back the other way. They're trying to blow it down. Rivas is off to the races. Fields will go with them. And eventually, the place will quiet down. The Riders bench is still saying, go finish the play. Somebody's got to sort out what's going on here. The ball has been placed at the 11.
Well, let's go back and take a look. Here's the throw. Rambo's the target.
Ruling on the field. The ruling on the field is the ball was intercepted by Saskatchewan. The player was down with contact. The play will be reviewed.
Wow. Interception on the field is the call. The review is coming. Of course.
Well, a review, it's called an interception, which is a little surprising because this, to me, was either, the call was either complete or incomplete. Does Rambo have control as he caught the ball? It hits his hands. You can see the ball hit the turf right there. I mean, the ball is sitting on the ground. So I'm not sure how, well, I guess they said he rolled around with it in his hands and then it was picked up by Rivas there. But I think that's an incomplete pass.
It doesn't necessarily look like an interception to me.
But because it was called on the field a turnover, the command center has to take a look at it.
Let's get the ruling.
After review by the command center, the pass was incomplete. It will be second down for Montreal at the 15-yard line. Second down.
Another crack at it for the Alouettes. What a Friday night finish. That's Jason Moss working on here. Riders fans thought they had it. Mosaic exploded. 10th play of this drive. Second and 10. Alexander on the run, out to his right, looking down the field. Now he's going to take off with it. Stays on his feet along the sideline to the end zone. Touchdown, Alouettes! Alexander does it himself. Oh, did that just happen? What a run!
Well, he tiptoes right along the white stripe of the sideline here, and we'll have a good look to see if he stepped out of bounds or not, because at this move here, Auclair's pushes him to the outside. Now, does that foot step on the white? Very close there. The second one for sure not, and now he's straight in. So it was just that first foot. Tightrope walking the sideline. Wow.
The previous play is under review.
As close as it gets. That looks good.
Well, he look and see if there's any green in between the white shoe and that white stripe.
What's the call?
After review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown stands.
Did I mention off the top that Davis Alexander is a gamer?
Well, he's a gamer. What a job breaking the tackle, staying in bounds, tippy-toeing the sideline.
10-play drive, 91 yards. And
the extra point is off the upright. What is happening?
it's not over yet. Hold on.
Oh my goodness! I don't believe it. Does this come down to a Lothar field goal attempt?
Well, Montreal has to kick off. Mario Alford is back there in the return game. Let's take a look at the touchdown one more time. Alexander out, and how he makes three guys miss. Jameer Thurman chasing. It's kind of like a car wreck there. But here's another look at it. Three riders collide. Sales is in there. Jameer Thurman and Alexander tiptoes down the sideline. Here's the extra point. Hits the upright, so it's a dead ball. No point awarded. That's it. It's a three-point game. Mario Alford's back there. We're not done yet.
The Riders have life. And 30 seconds. What a finish here at Mosaic. Just sit back and enjoy it, folks. Can't get any better. Mario Alford waits. They kick it to him. Takes it at the 10. Back to the 20. Alford trying to get a block. And he'll be taken down at the 35 with 22 seconds on the clock.
Tyrese Beverett makes the tackle. As we've seen Mario Alford many times at least get it to midfield, which means you're one or two throws away from a field goal range. Now Harris is going to need a chunk play here with 22 seconds left.
Father's career long is 57. This season it's 49, and he's 0 for 3 from beyond 50. Harris with 22 seconds. In trouble, gets it away. Got a foul here. Hustling over to the far side. It's Emily. She wants the flag, and there's a flag on the play. Called for the face mask. Looks like he got it. Oh, you can't script this stuff.
Major foul. Oh, face mask. Montreal number 8.
Wow.
15-yard penalty enforced from the end of the and a first down.
Well, Emelis was trying to get out of bounds. I'm not sure who got the face mask. Here it comes. Lyon again. Gets the call. Center field. Now you're 10 yards away from a field goal attempt.
The ball sits at midfield. 15 seconds for Harris. Alouettes will bring 4. Harris gets it away. Held on to. Taken down just inside the 45. Myers with 11 seconds on the clock. Has them within field goal range to tie this game. Father warms and waits. Harris can try to get him a little bit closer. Gives it to A.J. Ouellette up the middle. And he's taken down just inside the 40. On a night where he's been hit and miss. He's missed from 30, 43, and 38. One of them was taken back the other way for a 128-yard touchdown return.
And Brett Lowther can have all those bad feelings of those 3 misses disappear in one kick.
Timeout. Montreal.
They'll ice him.
Oh, yeah. And think about it a little bit longer.
A 9-1 start hangs in the balance right here for Montreal. Davis Alexander watching on after a missed extra point at the other end made this attempt even possible. From 48 yards, just inside the left hash to tie the game. No! The Alouettes are going to win it. A fourth miss on the night for Lawler.
Yeah, Denise,
Spells the end of it for the Riders in an unreal finish to just a fabulous football game.
Davis Alexander was third on the depth chart 3 weeks ago. He's now led this team to 4 straight wins and is 3-0 as a starter. Let's take a look at the hold from Adam Korsak. I've looked at all of them, all the misses for Brett Lawler tonight. The holds have looked good on all of them. That one looks solid. Looked like on his approach he got a little bit close. I'm certainly not a kicker expert, but he just took a hard swing at it and pulled it to the left. Had plenty of range as far as depth goes. But that's the 4th on the night. One went back over 100 yards.
You're looking at a 19-point swing in the kicking game. He missed 4 and one of them went back the other way. What a game though. Trevor Harris returns. Throws for 355 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Alouettes 9-1.
The Alouettes have found another great quarterback in the league.
They've got a Grey Cup winner there as well. Unbelievable. This was a fun one. Thank you very much for joining us. Riders hanging tough, but the Alouettes remain the cream of the crop, coming out on top. 27-24 the final. Davis Alexander, 285 yards, a touchdown in the air, another one on the ground, and Montreal has set a franchise record with 8 wins on the road in a row. Sports Center's coming up. Good night from Mosaic.